live to talk about a condition that I help clients with. And it's a protective condition, and it's probably one of the most, not probably, it's one of the most challenging conditions in America today, and that's obesity. Obesity is a protection sensation. Unconscious mind is trying to save energy. Why? Because it feels under threat. And here in America, we have 74%, I believe, of the population experiencing obesity. And we have a population that continues to be stressed by, among other things, the lack of support from the government. Other developed nations have socialized medicine, have options for people who are struggling with medical conditions, and have free education. So America doesn't offer that. So Americans are more stressed, and obesity is a natural result of stress. It's not something that people need to be ashamed of. It's just a hyperactive, unconscious mind that wants to make sure that you're going to survive. So it stores energy. And when you see stressful things happening in the news, when you don't feel supported by your government, your community, then of course your mind is going to want to preserve calories and keep you going. And those calories are not necessary because the threats are in many cases not real. They're existential in terms of if this happens, then that happens. But for some people, they do become real if they develop a medical condition where they do really need the support of a government that provides that. Hey, how is everybody doing? Kumar, AJ, nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. So I'm speaking today about obesity, and especially in America or in societies where people do not feel supported in a community. They don't feel like they have healthy options, and they don't feel like they have a safety net. So in terms of dealing with obesity, when I work with clients, for the most part, we are going back and clearing traumas because unconscious mind is reading traumas, usually from childhood insecurity, childhood abuse, as a danger signal. So this little mind decided it needed to store more calories in the form of fat and developed a condition called obesity. So it's a very real condition. Most people try to implement dietary changes and also exercise, more exercise and more diet. But what they don't realize is, and those are helpful, but what they don't realize is they first have to deal with the underlying issue, which is an unconscious mind that's trying to protect you. Once you clear those traumas, get unconscious mind present to where it knows that it's not under threat in the moment, then all the dietary stuff is great too. And the processed food, of course, eliminate the processed food, eliminate sugar, all that sort of thing. So when I work with clients, first we deal with the traumas. First we deal with the nervous system dysregulation. And then we talk about what's great to eat, what's healthy to eat, those changes being habituated, being turned into healthy habits for life. So that's today's message, that obesity is not a shameful condition. It's a neuroplastic, which means brain change, because the brain's trying to keep you alive. Your system is wired to keep you alive. It's the first priority. And it's a condition that's generally driven by stress, by trauma, and by a hyperactive unconscious mind that just wants to make sure that you're going to make it. So it stores extra calories in the form of fat. It's not a healthy solution long term. It actually defeats itself. It wants to make sure you survive long term, but if you store excess lipids, excess fat in your system, you generate inflammation. All of those cells generate inflammation, and most likely you will die younger. You will die with different types of disease. So I'm here to help, and I just wanted to get on and let everybody know that this is a condition that I work with, and we're talking about obesity. So, somebody, Imanab, we're talking about obesity as a protection sensation. So I'm a professional chronic pain, anxiety, trauma, and panic coach for the most part, but I also work with clients for obesity to clear the trauma, especially childhood trauma, trauma from youth, and get mind to get it that we're actually okay. We're actually safe for the most part. So some people are dealing with the opposite issue and food insecurity, and that also generates protection sensations. But in essence, the message here is that your unconscious mind is trying to help you. Yeah, what a topic. Yeah, it is. It really is. And I want everybody to know that they don't have to feel ashamed if they're experiencing obesity. They're just protected. It's just unconscious mind wants you to stay alive. Just like chronic pain, anxiety, panic, all of those sensations are coming from a mind that wants to keep you alive. And I talk about it like a case of sensations. And case means your mind is wanting you to be cautious. C, A, alert. S, stronger. E, energized. So what do you get when you have chronic pain? You're more cautious. You're more alert. What do you get when you have a panic attack? You're energized. You're ready to fight a bear if you need to. But with 100% of my clients, they're overprotected. They're not in a real life or death situation currently. There's no tiger in the room with them. Maybe some of you guys living somewhere, maybe there are tigers. But in general, where I live, the biggest threat are alligators. And we can look around. There's no alligator in this room with me right now. They're pretty easy to notice, right? I grew up in a swamp, in a house on stilts, swimming in a lake with alligators. So I know alligators are a real threat at times. But I don't have a nervous system that worries about alligators. And you don't need to worry about invisible tigers. Your nervous system can be rewired so that you're calm, you're courageous, and you're curious as you move through life. And if you want to learn more about that, head to my website, healingwolfcoaching.com. I've got a newsletter, free newsletter I send out. I'm sending it out next week with the 7 F's that'll F up your recovery. And in general, those 7 F's are relating to chronic pain and anxiety, but those 7 F's will probably also F up your recovery from other neuroplastic sensations as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. I've got some really interesting topics, and I hope to help you develop a transformed mind, ready for whatever comes at you in life, ready to succeed, ready to thrive, and have a full and vibrant life. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.